So, please, sorry for the break. Sorry for the little break. So I continue with the introduction of guests. Please permit me to welcome our keynote speakers. I am pleased to introduce Professor Boniface Kayode Adeshe. Is from Federal University of Technology, Akure, and is the current dean of. You are welcome, sir. Prof. Thank you for honoring our call all the way from Federal University of Akure. Your presence here this morning is a testament of the fact that Federal University of Akure is in good alliance with Best University of Technology. Thank you very much. I'm honored to recognize the presence of our speaker in person of Engineer Vincent in war color. Engineer Vincent, you are welcome. So having introduced, I think we have our online speakers also. Our online speakers, we welcome you to this great gathering also. Permit me to welcome our professors here present. I'm delighted to welcome Professor Ife Ukpowansa. Prof, you are welcome, sir. He is in the College of Engineering, Civil Engineering Department. You are welcome. I'm delighted to welcome Professor John Daramola. Prof, you are welcome. In the same vein, I welcome my sorry, please. I'd like to welcome also Professor Gabriel Iwasokun. Prof, you are welcome, sir. Please. So, having welcomed the people who are here, I'm also delighted to welcome all members of staff of Bez University who are here. Please, all members of staff, can we raise up our hands? Thank you for making it here this morning. You are highly welcome. Please, let's celebrate our staffs. Also, our presenters, you are highly welcome. The participants in this conference, you are highly welcome. And finally, I want to welcome our esteemed students. Bez University students, you are highly welcome. Can you celebrate yourself, please? Can you celebrate yourself, Bez University students? Okay? So, having introduced all the people present, I'd like to invite Dr. Michael Adenuguyan to invite to the high table the management team and the keynote speakers. Please.
All right, thank you so much. We want to invite to the high table the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Belgium University, the Vice Chancellor in absentia, please, she is a representative, and she's the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Belgium University in the person of Professor Ngozi Arisa. Please a round of applause for her as she goes to the high table. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She will be supported at the high table with the University Librarian in person of Dr. Felicia Yusuf. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you. We have the keynote speaker for today, who's going to give us the keynote address, right? I want to also welcome Professor Boniface Kayode Anishi. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Also, I want to call on the conference lecturer for today, in person of Engineer Innocent Nwokolo. Thank you so much. Welcome, sir. I also want to welcome the convener to the high table in person of, I know he's going to be very busy, he will be up and around because he has a lot of things he's doing, in person of Professor Inesomi Daniel. Thank you so much, Papa. Thank you so much, sir, to the high table. Alright, having done that, we're trying to actually cover ground for time lost. So I would want to welcome the LOC chairman for his opening welcome remark. The welcome remark. And that's no other person than our very own Professor Ilesomi Daniel for the opening remark. A welcome remark, please.
Please permit me to stand on the well-established protocol. This morning, I welcome everybody to the first international conference on intelligence systems and artificial intelligence, the first of its kind, hosted by Best University of Technology and SRM, Institute of Science and Technology, India. First, I bless the name of the Lord for this privilege given to us to witness this important occasion. It is one thing to plan, and it's another thing for your plans to match with expectations. It is not of him that wins or runs, but God that showeth mercy. And the battle is not to the swift. The race is not to the swift, neither the battle to the strong, nor favor to men of skills, but time and chance happens to them all. So I bless the name of the Lord for this privilege, and I pray that His grace will continually abound over us in the name of Jesus. So I want to thank the management of the university, from the Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, for the management support without which this program might not be possible. I thank them for their managerial support and the financial support given to the Center for Artificial Intelligence to be able to put up this program together. I especially thank the members of the LOC, the Local Organizing Committee, for the efforts they have put in place in planning for this conference. I thank them so much for their commitment and dedication. I also want to thank members of the technical committee, and if you look at the program, you discover that the members of the technical committee are experts drawn across various universities and across various fields of expertise. And the essence is to ensure that they deliver a robust engagement and a quality peer review process, which was ensured during the process. So I thank them for their effort, I thank them for their commitment. By extension, I also want to thank members of the Ad hoc committee that serve in one capacity or the other, Dr. Oke, Mrs. Daramola, Dr. Amole, Dr. Desmond, and other members. So your efforts are greatly appreciated. I want to especially appreciate the authors drawn from various countries and universities and institutions for the confidence reposed in the team. You know, it takes their confidence to send in their paper for this conference. And I want to assure them that by the grace of God, we will do everything within our capacity to make their efforts count. Our plan is underway to ensure that all the accepted, registered, and presented papers are published in a Scopus Index journal. So I thank them for their confidence in the team, and I want to assure the university management that during the process of peer review, a total of 80 papers were submitted, and at the end of the peer review process, 50 papers were accepted for this conference, which translated to 62% of the total paper received for this conference. It's a good way to start. And then I assure you, that the process of the peer review was rigorously followed. Every paper was subjected to a double-blinded peer review, and acceptance was strictly based on the recommendation of experts in the particular field. So I also want to encourage participants. If you look at the program, you will discover that it's a very rich program, starting from the one we have today, the conference lecture, the keynote address. Tomorrow again, we are going to have 2 keynote addresses from 2 erudite scholars, professors of international repute from South Africa. And on Wednesday, we are going to have a workshop on artificial intelligence. In case you are asking, how can I start? How can I develop artificial intelligence solution or technology? On Wednesday, a professor from the United Kingdom will be online to teach us on how to implement, how to start, and how to deploy some of these artificial intelligence solutions that we talk about. So to the participants, I encourage you to try as much as possible to make the best use of this program. Network with people that will be presenting within and outside the university environment, including those people that are online. As I've mentioned, that our facilitators for the technical sessions are drawn from different universities with different expertise. So network as much as possible with them. Your network is your net worth. And to underline the importance of networking, a story was told of 2 sick individuals. You know, the first person find himself among the network of friends, and 4 out of his friends who carried him. And, you know, solution came to him quickly. The other one said, I have no man. Probably at one point or the other, he must have lost connection with his benefactors, people that could have helped him, could have carried him. Or probably had failed to utilize the opportunities at his disposal to initiate contacts. And for 38 years, he was on the same spot. So when you take 38 years out of the useful lifetime of a man, you understand what we are talking about. Those people you connect with today might be people that will carry you tomorrow. So, and on the theme of the conference on intelligence system and artificial intelligence, engineering the future across all domains. Artificial intelligence cut across every field of human endeavors. As a matter of fact, it has become a global race. And that is why this conference is both timely and relevant. Africa, Nigeria, by extension, best university of technology, cannot afford to be left behind in this global race to develop artificial intelligence solutions. According to recent statistics in 2026, the size of artificial intelligence market has grown rapidly to about 180 billion US dollars, out of which the United States controls the majority, accounting for about 40%, followed by China 28%, and the 26 countries in Europe about 22%. Our own the African continent here, comprising of 54 independent countries, accounts for only 2%. And if you look at it, it's a significant improvement on what we have in the past 2 years, which was less than 1%. So the point of attraction is that the report indicated that Africa is one of the fastest growing continents in terms of adoption and implementation of AI technology, with a compound annual growth rate of 26%. This is comparable with that of the United States of 40%. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that in the nearest future, say year 2030, artificial intelligence will be a multi-billion-dollar sector. And only those people that acquire the relevant skill and expertise now will be relevant then. So make the best use of this conference to equip yourself with artificial intelligence technology and solution. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very good one there. So we want to move further. So we'll be inviting the Vice Chancellor of Bells University, Professor Jeremiah Ojadron, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Ngozi Arisa, for the opening address. Welcome, ma'am. A round of applause for us comes out. Thank you.
Good morning. All protocols duly observed. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Oludele Ojediran, RE, Koren, FNIE, FNIAE, FNSE, IION. This 2026 International Conference on Intelligence Systems and Responsible Artificial Intelligence, holding today, Monday, Wednesday, 16th to 18th March 2026 at BUPF International Conference Hall of this our great university, Bells University of Technology, Ota. On behalf of the hierarchy of the university management, staff, students of Bells University of Technology, Ota, and with great pleasure, I welcome you all to this 2026 International Conference on Intelligence Systems and Responsible Artificial Intelligence with the theme Exploring Transformative Potentials of Intelligence Systems and Responsible Artificial Intelligence across multidisciplinary fields. Just over 20 years, our founding fathers took an intentional and positive step in establishing Bells University of Technology, Ota, as the very first private university of technology in Nigeria. This bold move is reverberating positively across Africa, and it has provided the strong platform on which we stand today to educate ourselves. The university celebrated its 20th anniversary a few months ago, and it is heartwarming to note that Bells Tech Ota has witnessed remarkable landmarks, development, and achievements along the way. This is an affirmation of our founding fathers' belief for investing in the Nigerian education sector. We are glad to run with the vision to be a world-renowned university that is committed to the development and transformation of society through environmental friendly technology and other innovations. It is noteworthy, therefore, that Bells University of Technology, Ota, is blazing the frontiers of research and knowledge with our commendable faculty teams and support staff who are highly committed to ensuring that only the best is good for Bells. The Icisrai conference in this 2026, that is the International Conference on Intelligence Systems and Responsible Artificial Intelligence, with the theme Exploring the Transformative Potentials of Intelligence Systems and Responsible Artificial Intelligence across multidisciplinary fields, is apt for a time like this, with the call for accountability and responsibility. It is a call to explore one of the most transformative technologies of our time, as responsible AI requires us to ask difficult but essential questions. The questions are: how do we ensure transparency and accountability in algorithmic decision making? How do we prevent bias and discriminative AI systems? How do we protect privacy while still enabling innovation? And how do we prepare the next generation of scientists, engineers, and policymakers to govern these powerful technologies wisely? It is pertinent to know that universities have a critical role to play in answering these questions, and more as centers of knowledge creation and intellectual leadership. There is the need, therefore, for interdisciplinary collaboration, bringing together computer scientists, ethicists, legal scholars, economists, and social scientists to shape the future of AI responsibly. This conference thus provides an ideal platform for such collaborations, and over the coming years, participants will engage in stimulating keynote sessions, technical presentations, panel discussions, and workshops that address both the technical foundations of intelligence systems and the ethical, social, and governance challenges surrounding AI. It should be noted that the future of artificial intelligence will not be shaped by technology alone. It will also be shaped by the values, wisdom, and responsibility of those who create it. Together, let us ensure that intelligence systems serve humanity ethically, inclusively, and sustainably. It is our hope that discussions and ideas generated here will not only advance academic knowledge, but will also throw up practical solutions that benefit society at large. In closing, I appreciate all participants and other stakeholders who have contributed in diverse ways to the success of this conference. I appreciate and commend the two co-chairs, Professor Ilesomi Daniel of Mechatronics Department, Bells University of Technology, and Professor Ramesh Raju, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, India, for a good job well done to put this conference together and for its success. I also appreciate the keynote speaker one, Professor Boniface Alashe, Dean School of Computing, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Nigeria. Keynote speaker two, Professor Mamo Muchi, Department of Industrial Engineering, Twene University of Science and Technology, South Africa. Keynote speaker three, Professor Grace Makalele Kanakatumamba. I'm sorry for calling that in that way. Val University of Technology, South Africa. And then the conference lecturer, Engineer Innocent Mokolo, Bells University of Technology, Otta. And then the workshop on AI facilitators, Professor Rajesh Racing, Swansea University, UK, I also appreciate our various stakeholders, resource persons, and participants at this conference, both from home front and the diaspora. Thank you for coming, and I wish you all a successful conference. God bless you all. This is on behalf of Professor Jeremiah Oludele Ojediran, R.E. Koren, FNSE, FNIEA, IION, the Vice Chancellor of Bells University of Technology, Ota. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's a very wonderful one. Okay, we're moving fast. We want to really appreciate those that have been online. Some people are actually online, and some have even been there since 8 a.m. this morning. The likes of Professor Mamo Muchi. Professor Mamo has been online since 8. That's Professor Mamo from Swan University in South Africa. We also have Prof. Rajesh Resin is also online. Media, I don't know if you're ready. I want Prof. Rajesh to give his goodwill message. He wants to actually give us a goodwill message. Yeah, thank you. Media.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Prof. Thank you.
Yes. Did you want me to speak something?
Your goodwill message.
Yes? Hello?
We can hear you. Yes.
I don't think they hear me.
Well, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay. First and foremost, I really appreciate you and also our brother Danny, all of you, for organizing this important conference. The title Intelligent Systems and Responsible AI is so essential and necessary. I just want to mention to you the many AI references now are fake. AI can generate authoritative sounding but completely false citations, data, and AI tools are trained on existing, often copyrighted content. They may reproduce phrases, ideas, or structures that resemble existing work, leading to plagiarism, accusations, even if, the text is not copied, verbatim. Failing to disclose the use of AI tools violates academic integrity. Many journalists consider the secret use of AI as deliberate deception. We have a journal, the African Journal of Science, Technology, Innovation, Development. We are strictly really following how AI use might also create problems, even many things like that. When staff examine students, when examinators sometimes may not actually use proper procedures, and all these things we do, AI models can perpetrate stereotypes, outdated information. Our reliance on AI can lead to shallow problematic content and lack original thoughts and in-depth analysis. So using AI to create or alter figures, diagrams, or clinical images can result in fraudulent data, and AI generated text often use nonsensical synonyms. And good to check AI language model to know the phrases in AI outputs, and please check inconsistent logic with sudden changes in tone, style, or alignment. So researchers can leverage AI to improve productivity while upholding the essential standards of scientific integrity by applying different safeguards. Always declare if, where, and how AI was used in the manuscript. The methods acknowledgement section. Expert humans must check all AI-generated content for accuracy, ensuring that all citations exist and data is correct. Use AI to refine phrasing, polish grammar, or improve clarity for non-native English speakers, rather than asking AI to generate novel ideas. Use enterprise-grade or subscription-based AI tools that have policies protecting user data for being used to train the models. Ensure that final responsibility for the work lies with the human authors, as AI cannot be held accountable. You see, the most interesting
Recording in progress.
South African Academy of Science, and I'm now there, not just a board member, but on the publication side, they formed a committee, and I'm a board member of that committee, and we are now strictly observing about how all the journals that we all produce, if you are now on this interesting conference, if you could generate an intelligent system and responsible AI, is excellent. You are on the right track, and we don't want AI to create challenges that other things have been done in the past in our Africa. And tomorrow I will also give you a lecture on how we can also handle this very well. But I appreciate you and respect you, and I wish I was there with you, because my Nigerian brothers always call me Omar Ali. Unfortunately, the child of the Nigerian child now is not with you today because of all these some technical issues, but I really miss you all. How great I am with you. I appreciate you, and very much look forward that this conference is achieves excellence in every sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Rajesh. That was an excellent one. Thank you for the goodwill message. All right, so we'll actually continue. We appreciate those online for their patience and for following up with the conference. Okay, so next we want to actually call on Engineer Adebayo. Adebayo, please come around for the citation of Engineer Nwokolo.
Standing on the existing protocol, I would like Engineer Innocent to please stand up while I read your citation. Thank you. Engineer Innocent Nwokolo is a distinguished
from India.
Engineer Innocent Nwokolo is a distinguished engineering leader and AI researcher specializing in convergence of telecommunication infrastructure and intelligence system. A proud alumnus of Bells University of Technology, where he obtained his first degree, and Covenant University.
For you people, especially in my team hall, for this international conference on intelligent systems and responsible AI. So here we from India, so actively we have just collaborated with the great help of Professor Daniel from Nigeria University.
Okay, Engineer Innocent, can you please rise up while I read your citation? Engineer Innocent Nwokolo is a distinguished engineering leader and AI researcher specializing in convergence of telecommunication, infrastructure, and intelligence system. A proud alumnus of Bells University of Technology, where he got his first degree from, and Covenant University, where he obtained his master's degree. He is a current registered engineer with over 20 specialized certifications from IBM, Google, and Vanderbilt University in generative AI, MLOPS, and deep learning. Beyond his corporate role, Engineer Innocent serves as a volunteer and lead facilitator of AI and machine learning at Bells University of Technology, generation of engineers, building the gap between theoretical academic research and real-world AI implementation. Engineer Nwokolo brings over 5 years of specialized experience in machine learning and cloud computing, underpinned by a deep-rooted foundation of electrical and information communication engineering. His work is characterized by the practical application of AI to solve complex problem infrastructure challenges. He has pioneered the use of machine learning dispatch engines to optimize field operations and engineered AI-based auto-ticketing solutions that have improved fault resolution times by 50%. His technical expertise is vast, spanning generative AI, large language model, that is LLMS, and natural language processing, complemented by a rigorous portfolio of over 20 professional certifications from institutions such as IBM, Vanderbilt University, Google, and Walton Schools. Beyond his corporate leadership, he is a dedicated researcher and educator. He has contributed to the global body of knowledge through published research on machine learning fault detection models in telecommunication. As an AI trainer at Bells University of Technology, he has been an instrumental in demystifying AI and machine learning for next generation of engineers, fostering a culture of applied problem solving and innovation. A registered member of Foreign, NSC, and NIEEE. Engineer Innocent Nwokolo is not only a builder of systems but a champion for responsible and ethical deployment of technology. Please join me in welcoming him, although he's already at the podium. Can we please jam our hands together? It is a privilege to introduce today's conference lecture, Engineer Innocent Nwokolo, a distinguished engineer and AI specialist who the bridge between academic research and industrial application. His presence at Icisrai 2016 represents a synergy of industrial leadership and academic dedication to the future of responsible AI within the technological landscape. So I would like to welcome Engineer Innocent Nwokolo once again. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning. Standing on the existing protocol, I quickly want to give my heartfelt gratitude to the VC and the Deputy VC of Bells University, and also my highly esteemed lecturers, professors, and the future generation of innovators that we have here. Thank you very much. This is a conference on artificial intelligence and responsible AI deployment. And I'm so privileged to have been part of what is happening at Bells University through Professor Daniel Lisami. And I have made it clear to him that as an alumnus of this school, I'm going to lend my knowledge to the school to seeing and ensuring that every student have the knowledge it's going to take to become an innovator of AI solutions. First, I have some headline here. Before I go into the main discussion for today, I have a headline here. The first one is about Amazon. Listen very well. In late 2025, Amazon announced the elimination of 14,000 corporate roles, approximately 4% of its corporate workforce, to lean into AI-first organizational structure. You can see that AI is already bringing about some disruption in the way we are going to work. So as a result of this, the future of work is going to be defined by artificial intelligence. So you are privileged to have become part of this great conference. I think this is the first of its kind that I'm seeing here. And it's a convergence of intelligent minds, people that we're going to learn from, both online and offline. So I would want you to give your best attention to everything from this conference. So now, let me quickly go into the discussion for today. an international conference of intelligence systems and responsible artificial intelligence. My role here is to transmit or translate the theories that we've been learning in the labs or we've been conducting in the labs to practical application of AI. In the past, I've had the privilege of taking some of the students here on machine learning. We've done some stuff on supervised machine learning or unsupervised machine learning. But from the case study I'm going to present here, you will see the practical applications of this concept. The global AI transformation. AI is not just a vertical technology. AI is transforming technologies, it's transforming every form of industries. It's transforming the health sector, it's transforming the financial sector, and it's also helping in automation when it comes to robotics. But from the diagram you see over there, you can see that the underlying layer of technology that powers the infrastructure, the artificial intelligence infrastructure, is the telecommunication network. And that is why I'm here to speak about the telecoms network. Why intelligence system matters. For the telecommunication network, in the past we've had some scenarios where fault detections are done manually by the support team, by the back office team engineers. Network congestion will slow and it becomes difficult to detect. Security threats due to hackers trying to penetrate the network. Then, all these factors led to high operational costs for the telecommunication network. You have to think about the complexity of the network. Why do we need this network to be intelligent? Complexity is one of the factors. Billions of devices, your mobile devices, are connected to the telecommunication network. You have several base stations across the different cellular clusters in same telecommunication network, leading to huge traffic, which becomes so difficult to manage manually. The research objective when it comes to intelligence systems, one, you must understand what it is all about. Intelligence system is different from artificial intelligence itself. They are two different things. AI is not intelligence system. An intelligence system is not AI. Get it right. AI on its own uses data, but an intelligence system is built on an hardware platform. You must have an hardware run a software application powered by artificial intelligence. This is also applied in the telecom network. And while we are doing the application, while we are implementing the intelligence system on the network, we must ensure it is responsibly deployed. Now, what is an intelligence system? From the definition of there, it is a system. An intelligence system is a computational system that is capable of perception, learning, reasoning, and autonomous decision making. That means it can make its own decision through the data that is being fed into it. It's not just a black box. We have a lot of manual black boxes. You have the inputs, you have this black box, and you have outputs. So it's just a straightforward system. But for an intelligence system, it has cognitive ability, which is part of cognitive computing. So an intelligence system can perceive through the data that you fed into it. It can also learn from past experience. It can reason out using the different algorithms that have been built into it, and then perform an autonomous decision without humans in the loop. These are some of the examples: autonomous telecoms network, your smart cities, your healthcare diagnostics, AI-driven telecoms operation. Then the core component of intelligence system. I have 4 that we are going to discuss. These are the 4 basic components of an intelligence system. You have the data acquisition layer. These are the theories, but I'm going to show you a case study where you see the application of these 4 layers. The data acquisition layer, which is the same as the data collection layer. You have the data processing layer, which is different from the data acquisition layer. The data acquisition layer or collection layer collects the different data from user inputs. Take, for example, you want to do a registration for users who requires or who want to subscribe to a telecommunication service, possibly an internet service. The data acquisition or collection layer is used to collect the different information, the user names, the customer names, the customer identity, the unique identities of the customers is being fed into the acquisition layer. The data processing layer is the layer that processes the data, clean up the data itself, does the cleaning and data manipulation. Then you have the AI and the ML modeling layer. This is the layer, the main layer where you have your artificial intelligence softwares like your PyTorch and your TensorFlow or your scikit-learn handles the AI and the machine learning model layer. Then you have the deployment layer and the automation layer, which we'll see shortly. The enabling technologies. Why am I putting all this here? I want you, future innovators, to see this as a learning path. You can build an experience from what is being projected here. If you want to become a sound intelligence system deployment engineer, you start by learning the different frameworks of machine learning frameworks, artificial intelligence frameworks, and deep learning frameworks. Where are they deployed? These solutions can be deployed on edge computer, which is local, or the cloud computing platforms. Like we talked about the topic is more about building intelligence systems responsibly. Why responsible AI matters? Look at this very well. Risk of AI system bias. AI system can actually be built with a bias. For example, you are applying for a job and you are screened out from the job application process without any information. There is a possibility that a bias has been built into that system, possibly based on race or your continent, and you are not allowed. So there are positive bias and there are negative bias. It's possible people from Africa, you are not expected to apply for that job. So there is risk of building systems with bias in it. And that is why responsible AI is very important. Because responsible AI is a branch of artificial intelligence that will help to ensure that biases are not built into the systems. Privacy violation. Why does it matter? Your data can be violated. When you are imputing data into an artificial intelligence systems, you are giving your personal information to the system, which can be used in future without your own authorization. Security vulnerabilities, lack of transparency. AI system can be built without transparency, and that is where explainability in AI system comes into play. Explainability also is a concept in artificial intelligence, where all software applications built by artificial intelligence must have explanations attached to it. Systems failure. Systems can fail and start giving out wrong answers or wrong queries. So now, these are the major responsibilities of responsible AI. One, it ensures fairness, that any application built on artificial intelligence must be fair. It ensures accountability, it ensures transparency and also safety. So that is the major reason why responsible AI is very important. You must have to research into the system that you want to build. But good enough, artificial intelligence has brought you with a lot of tools to build anything you want to do. Unlike in the past, you need to read a lot of documentation for you to build something. But AI is a technology, it's a tool technology. It's just like you going into a mechanic workshop and you see mechanical tools. AI is loaded with a lot of tools for anything you want to do. Okay. Then the first one is academic research. The second is algorithm development, where you develop your algorithms using the different machine learning or AI models. Then you do your prototype development, you validate your model before deployment. Then you keep optimizing the solution that has been deployed. Intelligence system development stack. Most times when we look at this development stack, a lot of people get scared because you think you need to learn Python or you need to learn R, Julia, C++. No, you don't have to. AI on its own can write programs for you. So if you're scared of going to the field of artificial intelligence because you don't have good background in Python programming, no, you're not doing yourself a good service. This is the time to go into it. You have your co-pilots that can write any code. You want to write a code that could automate your electrical systems. AI can write code for you. In fact, at this moment, for the electrical electronics engineers, AI can design your PCBs. AI can design your PCBs just with a simple prompt. There is a website called the Flux AI used in designing PCBs. Just by injecting your prompts, I want to design a smart system that can automate this, and this. It's going to design it for you, insert the different components for you, and you print out, and you insert the components. So AI has come to stay. It's a technology that has come to stay, and you just have to learn it. You just have to learn it. Because AI is going to be compulsory just the way we have English language in our schools. Without AI, we can't do anything in terms of research and development. So you must put yourself at the forefront of knowledge, learning and learning and learning. The second library here is TensorFlow, Python, Scikit-learn. We've been taking a lot of lectures on Scikit-learn in the past, online, with best university students. And we are going to also look into TensorFlow. TensorFlow is also a different artificial intelligence software used for industry-grade applications. You have PyTorch used for prototyping and for research purposes. Your Keras is more for is an API, so you can read up all this stuff. Then for computer vision, we have the OpenCV. Your OpenCV can help you synthesize your AI system in such a way that you can create a model that can help you to visualize images. So, you can actually use these open source applications to build your own application. These are open source frameworks. You can use these open source frameworks to build an application, an industry-grade application. Yes. Okay. Then there are different cloud platforms. If you've not heard about it before, there are different cloud platforms where you can build on. We have the Amazon Web Services, we have the Microsoft Azure, and we have the Google Cloud platforms. These platforms are already loaded with the different pre-trained models in such a way that you don't need to train your model. However, they are quite expensive, but you can have free credits to start. So you want to build on these platforms, you can actually build on this platform. So I'm encouraging you all to explore these platforms. You can build on the Amazon Web Services, you can build on the Microsoft Azure, you can also build on Google Cloud platforms. These are the different platforms where you can build your AI systems, then you transport into your hardware. The DevOps and LL machine learning operations, these are different model life cycles and different tools used for orchestration and containerization. These we'll look into much later. The challenges in building intelligent systems, your data types, data quality is very important, because if you build an intelligent system with a data which is not properly cleaned, then you have a bias model. Then the cost of infrastructure. If you want to build an intelligent system, the cost of infrastructure is actually very expensive. It's very expensive. The future of intelligent system in telecoms. You have the 6G. Then this is a use case study that I want us to quickly look into in the next 5 minutes. This is an AI-driven fiber installation and ONT provisioning system. It is used in the telecommunication network. ONT stands for Optical Network Terminal. It's an end-user device which is used in accessing the customers or the vendor the ISP services. So now, in the past, we have a project management application which spans through 7 phases. The first phase is scheduling phase. These phases are done manually. When a user registers his or her interest to subscribe to a telecommunication service, the first thing that happens is scheduling. The user comes into the system, logs into the system, and the different user data are being uploaded into the system manually. Once it's uploaded, the installation task will be scheduled manually by an individual. Once it is scheduled, a field support engineer picks up the task and moves to the particular customer's location and performs the installation. After the installation, there are other stages. The next stage is cable installation. The cable is being installed, then configured, activated, and speed tests will be conducted to find out the quality of service of the subscribed internet services. Then the ATP, acceptance test procedure, which is like a quality check. These 7 phases are done manually, but with the current system that we have on ground, it's more of an intelligent system. This new system compressed the first stage, scheduling phase, using an algorithm called clustering. We've heard about clustering algorithm in machine learning. Once the data comes in, the different field engineers are organized into clusters. Take, for example, you have field support teams at Bells University. You have field support teams at OTA. So this is what we call clustering. So your clustering techniques is applied here to schedule different tasks to the different field support engineers. So instead of dispatching the tasks to these field support teams manually, the clustering algorithm dispatches the jobs to the different engineers according to their skill sets, according to their geographical location. And that is what AI or machine learning can do for you. Then the second phase, cable installation. Once the cable is installed, which is a manual process which cannot be done by artificial intelligence, once it is installed, the ONT is installed. The fourth phase and the fifth phase and the sixth phase are compressed into one by an intelligence system called a zero-touch provisioning server. I want you to see this. The manual approach is split into 7 phases, but the automated approach is compressed into 3 phases. You can see it's going to help us in the reduction of cost, reduction of time in the installation of the customer services. So compressing the configuration, activation, and speed testing into one phase using an intelligence system is very possible. The last phase is the ATP, acceptance test procedure. In the past, it is done manually by humans. Humans look into the pictures and find out if it conforms to what is actually the standard procedures of the company. But now, the ATP, which is the quality check, is done through computer vision. The field engineers upload their different images, and once the system sees it as confirmed, then you have the QC that is passed. So you can see what an intelligence system can do by converting the manual system to an automated system. In conclusion, intelligence systems, they are transforming telecoms networks. Responsible AI is critical for safe deployments. So you cannot deploy intelligence system without considering the responsible deployment of such system. So research must translate into scalable industry systems. It is very, very important that as we are researching in the academic community, we must find a way to translate our academic research into industry systems. Thank you very, very much.
Sustain the applause. We thank you, Engineer Wokolo, for a well-delivered lecture.
I don't know, is there any question?
No, after, we'll take questions later.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we have Professor Rajesh online for his goodwill message. Console, please. Professor Rajesh.
Media, please help us project Professor Rajesh for the Google message online. Earlier on, we had Professor Momo actually presented earlier on in place of Professor Rajesh. There was an error.
While waiting for Professor Rajesh to be projected, the TechVate innovation team should be on set. TechVate innovations, you're coming up next after the goodwill message. Thank you.
While we wait for the media team, I want to also appreciate Bells University students who are also here in attendance to actually acquire more knowledge from presenters and the program itself in general. Thank you so much for being here, Bells University students. All right, so we just have to move forward. Like we say, the way forward is forward. So we'll go to the next thing while the media team fix the technical issues there. So we'll take the TechVate innovation team. The students representing TechVate should please come up. Thank you.
A round of applause for the TechVate innovations team. They are a group of 300 level students of Bells University of Technology. They have AI solutions. They want to present it for us.
Permit me to start on the already established protocol. We want to use this medium to say a very big thank you to the institution for giving us this opportunity here to speak. I and my colleague, TechVit Innovation. So we'll be speaking on AI and human collaboration. But have we ever, for once, or even just for a second, think that AI might affect our jobs? Or do we have somebody who, with AI tools already affected their job? So today we'll be looking at how we humans, how we can adapt, how we can remain relevant in this era where AI is thriving. So, like we said, our topic is on AI and human collaboration. So, every generation, if we look at human history, every generation believes that their world is the final version of change. So, and to think this way is wrong, because the only constant thing in life itself is change itself. So, because life has to do with cycle, and cycle has to do with change. So, every major shift that has happened in human history follows the same arc. It follows the same pattern. First is resistance, and then adoption, and adaptation. Then last thing is dependence. In the beginning, man discovered what fire is, and then when they discovered what fire is, we feared it at first, and then with time we adapted, we mastered it, and then in our day-to-day lives now, we make use of fire, from cooking to burning refuse, to even eating up chemical substances in the lab, and so on. So at every inflection point in life, in human life, at every inflection point, humans had a choice to make. The first thing is to either resist a change and be left behind, or to adapt to it and rise with it. So I and my colleague will be speaking on the burning house, mind shift, the playbook, and the future. I will be covering the first two parts. The burning house. We all are familiar with the rising tension of AI going on, and saying that it will displace so many jobs. Well, these are not lies, but the world is evolving, the world is changing. So there are roles whereby we human needs to play now. Imagine a company, a very big organization now, deciding to use post office as a means of communicating with clients or stakeholders now. Or sending message through post office to post office, even if your clients are overseas. So we see that it will be time consuming, number one. Two, your message may not even be delivered. So, but with the adoption of tools like email and other platforms, even we can hold international conferences like we are doing now, that there are other guest speakers, professors who are speaking from diverse countries. We are able to hold this program because of all these tools. But if a company decides to be using past tools, they will be left behind and they won't be as productive as they should. So the inflection point of this era is AI. The change of this time is AI itself. So now it comes to the question, how do we adapt? How do we remain relevant in this time? If we look at this scale, the scale of what is happening, this is not a future prediction, but they are happening right now. Over 92 million jobs projected to be displaced by AI by 2030. And 55,000 job cuts in 2025 directly citing AI as the reason. These are the things that are happening now. There is a LinkedIn post I saw at the time, an AI specialist, a person who helps develop AI models, who helps train AI models, lost his job. Why? We'll be covering all the reasons and how to remain relevant today. You see that 41% of employers plan to reduce headcount due to AI in 5 years. And these are the major areas. In interviews in 2025, Mark Zuckerberg stated in an interview that AI model will soon perform the work of mid-level software engineers, especially programming, writing codes. And he said that Other companies like these are already training AI systems that can perform the work of a typical engineer, writing code for a project. But does this mean that AI will vanish, engineer will vanish completely? No. The popular project going on that I believe we all are aware of is the Stargate project going on in the US with its core partners like SoftBank, OpenAI, and Oracle. The Stargate project. So US and its core partners invested an initial amount of $100 billion for the project, Stargate project. Why are they investing in this project? The objective of this project is to build massive AI data centers across US to maintain America's lead in artificial intelligence. This is one of the reasons why AI cannot be abolished. Why? Because even nations and companies are trying their best to stay ahead, to stay abreast, to be on a competitive advantage. And for people to be doing this, for companies to be doing this, they will want to make use of whatever thing they can in order to stay ahead and not be left behind. So AI is the point of change of this era. In this early January, OpenAI and SoftBank invested another $1 billion into the AI data construction center. So now, the former president of Google China said that AI will replace repetitive jobs, not just blue collar, but a lot of white collar jobs. What are blue collar jobs? So blue collar jobs are basically jobs that involve physical or manual work. These are jobs that require a practical skill or technical training or apprenticeship. So an example of these kind of jobs are electrician, mechanics, plumbers, carpenters, factory workers, and so on. And then white collar jobs are the reason why we are here is to acquire the skill and the knowledge for these white collar jobs. So white collar jobs involve jobs that require office professional or intellectual work. These are jobs that require higher level degrees and a specialized knowledge of field. So it said, but this is a good thing because what humans are good at is being creative, strategic, and asking questions that don't have an answer. You might be wondering how can AI replace blue collar jobs that require physical engagement. So we all are aware of self-driving cars. In China currently, if you order let me say Uber, a taxi there, you will discover that there are no drivers right there. And I visualized something and I laughed. If our parents probably visited China and then see this, they saw their taxi without a driver, their reaction would be first. So basically, even drivers who don't require a certificate, I'm not talking about driver's license, like university degree, to be able to be fit for the job. If they are being replaced by a repetitive task like this, we all know Amazon. Amazon is a very, very wide company that delivers logistics and all. In their factory now, they make use of AI-enabled robots to move shelves, to arrange products. There are robotic arms that make use of computer vision to select products that needs to be delivered right now. So we see a lot of jobs, a lot of even physical jobs that are being taken over by AI. But am I instilling fear in us? No, not at all. That is why we are here. So we want to what? We want to remember how we can remain relevant, how we can adapt to this new change. When tractor came at first, farmers were afraid that, this is their hand, because they are afraid of what these tractors can do to them. But with time, when they adopted the use of these tractors, we see that they are even 10 times more efficient, more productive than they've been before. Imagine a large-scale farmer wanting to be doing his things manually, not using machineries. You see that even the manual laborers, they will have burnouts. Even some things will not be put in place as it should be. One thing I notice in humanity is when we do repetitive tasks a lot, we tend to get too familiar and then we start making mistakes. Hallucination comes in. We don't enjoy what you do. Human beings are bound to be creative. We are bound to be strategic, asking questions. Are we all following? So the second part I'll be taking is the mindset sheet. From fear to strategy. Collaboration over competition. Instead of competing with AI now, we should collaborate with it. So we all are familiar with these popular quotes that say that AI will not replace humans, but those who use AI will replace humans. This is from the former CEO of IBM, that AI cannot replace human by itself, but whoever can harness the tool of AI will definitely replace those humans. So our own question is always, will AI take my job? The fear, will AI replace me? Now, our mindset should be shifted to, am I the person who uses AI to become 10 times even more valuable, more efficient? A fun fact I want to tell us, can you believe that the slide you are seeing here that looks like a premium feature, like we got it from a PowerPoint premium feature or Canvas, was actually generated by Claude AI. It gave us the opportunity for strategic thinking, how to prepare what we want to present today. We drafted out all we want, we prepared everything. And then, imagine we sharing our knowledge into, okay, after we prepare all these things now, we are still not going to play the role of the designer or a graphic designer or preparing the slide. So, within some minutes, we were able to prompt Claude AI to generate a template for us. This is what we see here. Now, what humans have that AI will never have? In a recent interview I watched, the LinkedIn CEO was posed with a question that they are the one monitoring, seeing the way things are going on LinkedIn, employers and posts. In the era, in the rise of AI now, how can we remain relevant? And his answer was basically human skills. So, and he tailored this down into 5 C's. 5 C's. That's curiosity, courage, communication, compassion, and creativity. So, we all know what creativity is, ability to think outside the box. And we all know that AI is never creative. AI feeds on massive data and then through patterns is able to generate responses that are similar to the past data. But humans have the ability to think outside the box, to visualize, to imagine. So this is the place we humans will be taking over right now. And then because of our time, I will allow my colleague to quickly speak on how we can collaborate with AI. Samuel, please.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. With respect to time, as you've earlier seen in the past part of the presentation, many industries currently are experiencing automation as you know it. However, there are people outside there thinking, will AI eventually replace me? Like, this one they are shouting AI everywhere, AI this, AI that. So I'm here to tell you that the goal is not to compete with AI, but to actually collaborate with it. So moving on.
to the playbook. We're looking at the playbook and the future. The playbook, that is the practical strategy in which we can use to stay relevant in the world of workforce in the AI era. So now if you look at it, 89% of organizations says their workforce need AI skills, and only 6% have started IBM Institute for Business Value in 2024. So now I'll be, because of time, I'll just give you 5 strategies in which you can use to become relevant in this era. The first one is, first and foremost, to become AI literate. That is, learn to use 1 or 2 AI tool. 1 or 2. You don't have to be Iron Man or something to be able to be relevant in this society. Just learn how to use 1 or 2 tools. Something like my partner mentioned earlier, Cloud AI. If you look at the generated presentation slides, we used Cloud AI for it, and currently most other things we do in school, in our work and everywhere, we use generated slides and other tools. So first and foremost is becoming AI literate, know how to use the tools. The second is doubling down on your hybrid skills. What do we mean by hybrid skills? Your human skills, you have to think in a way that you can integrate the AI capabilities with your own domain expertise. Okay, look at graphic design, for example. You can use AI tools to make your work more efficient and whole. Moving on, we look at the real world application. Remember, my partner said something about 92 million jobs will be displaced and all, but I'm here to tell you that even in that same 2030, there will be over 170 million jobs created. So it's not really a disadvantage. There will be other jobs to come out. And look at the GDP. The GDP for that same year, $15.7 trillion. That's a lot. Yeah. So look at it. In the future, there are so many opportunities that will come in this AI-human collaboration. And now look at AI-human collaboration winning in the real world. If you look at the healthcare, for example, things like medical analysts. If you look at medical analysts, for example, you can healthcare. The medical analyst, AI can predict diseases earlier before it happens, but the doctors will be the ones to actually make use of this information. They'll be the ones to take discuss with the patients and everything. Then let me take one more. The science. If you look at about some time ago, alpha folding, they made a breakthrough. So there's something they call protein folding. They used AI to actually get the answer they've been trying to get for over 50 years. But it's still the human that asks the question, the right question. And it's still the human that will implement this breakthrough into the medical sector. So in essence, all what we're trying to say is AI is not here to remove us out of the picture. We are here to collaborate with AI. AI is like a buff. In games, you look at something they call buffing, yeah? So AI is like a buff. It helps, it makes you more efficient, and makes you stay relevant in the coming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful presentation from the Technovate team. So we saw there that AI is actually not to displace people. It's actually for us to collaborate. In fact, AI is actually opening more jobs for us out there. So it's really good we actually embrace. And moreover, AI is here to stay. That's the honest truth. It's actually a support mechanism for us as humans. We are meant to use it to enhance our efficiency, to make us more productive in what we do. So I want to move forward to the next thing, to invite Mr. Godwin Igbinigi for the citation of Professor Kayode Alishi. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Quickly, I want to be thankful to the headship of the university for mentorship. I am grateful to the College of Engineering for this call to service. And I must recognize the local organizing committee of this event. I cannot do without identifying again with the Department of Biomedical Engineering for this platform at all. Mrs. Jaramola should get this recognition for reaching out to me. Thank you. I have been assigned to do some reading of the citation of Professor Boniface Kayode. Sir, may you rise. Boniface Kayode Hanishi, PhD, is a professor of information and cybersecurity in the Department of Cybersecurity, the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Nigeria. He holds PhD degree in computer science with specialization in information and cybersecurity from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, in 2004. He joined the services of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, as a graduate assistant in 1998 and rose to become a full professor in 2014. His major area of expertise is cybersecurity engineering and cybersecurity risk management. He is a registered information technology practitioner. He is also a member of Nigeria Computer Science Society, NCS. Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, IEEE, Computer Society, Association for Computing Machinery, ACM, Information Systems Audits, Control Association, ISACA, Information Systems Security Association, ISSA, and Cyber Security Experts Association of Nigeria, CSEAN, among many others. He is a fellow of American Center of Artificial Intelligence. He was the chair occupant of the First Bank of Nigeria endowment in computer science between 2012 and 2016. He was instrumental to the effective takeoff of cybersecurity as a course of study in Nigeria. He has served in various capacities within the university, such as acting head of Department of Computer Science, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Dean, Students Affairs, Chairman of various committees, among many others. He was visiting professor to University of Mines and Technology, Takwe, Ghana. He is the current Dean of the School of Computing and the current Chairman, Committee of Deans, the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Nigeria. He is a strategic advisor, cyber diplomat, United States of America. He is a member governing council of the Federal University of Technology, Akure. He has published over 300 articles in reputable journals and referred conference proceedings. He has successfully supervised 42 PhD students to graduation as a major supervisor both within and outside Nigeria, while he has also successfully co-supervised another 38 PhD students to graduation. He was involved in the development of national cybersecurity policy for Nigeria under the office of the NSA in the year 2020. He has successfully mentored over 20 entrepreneurs and innovators in the field of information technology. He is widely traveled to many countries across different continents for training, workshops, and conferences. Professor Alishe is happily married with children. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the librarian the director of AI Center, I think I got it right, and my guest lecturer, members of the LOC, professors, members of staff, students, and participants at this conference. It is my pleasure being here this morning to deliver this keynote address. I want to especially recognize my colleague, Professor Iwashokun, who is on loan here, though we are still going to, the loan will end very soon. This morning, I'll be speaking on the reciprocity of generative AI and cyber security. We're all familiar with AI. We have been talking about AI. But AI is not staying at the level it was before. AI is advancing. And one of the advancements of AI is the generative AI. And this morning, we want to look at the nexus between this generative AI and cybersecurity. Because the advancement in the area of technology, including AI, is progressing rapidly. But one of the major challenges has to do with the issue of security. And when you look at it today, generative AI is seriously transforming the cybersecurity landscape. Because generative AI, unlike the ordinary AI, can create text, images, code, and synthetic data. And this has made them to be very powerful for automation and intelligence. At the same time, you can see these technologies can be weaponized by attackers to develop more sophisticated cyber threats. And we can see that AI, most especially generative AI, has been integrated into digital infrastructure, which has now made cybersecurity professionals responsible not only for defending systems, but also understanding these AI-related risks. And organizations must now be aware on how to leverage your generative AI while you mitigate the vulnerabilities associated with AI systems. So this morning we shall be looking at three key perspectives. Number one, AI as a generative AI as a defensive tool. Number two, generative AI as a weapon in its own. And three, generative AI as a target of cyber attacks. I repeat again, generative AI as a defensive tool in the cybersecurity industry. Two, generative AI as a weapon in cybersecurity, that is a weapon of attack. And three, generative AI itself as a target of the attack. When you talk of generative AI, like I've mentioned, is a system capable of creating new context based on patterns as we have learned in the, from previous speakers, and it's different from the traditional AI, because traditional AI deals with classification and prediction, while generative AI can produce original outputs such as text, images, videos, software code, and even synthetic data set, as we have been told. So, the generative AI models, we have them now, which includes what we now call the LLMs, that is the large language models. Then the GANs, which we call the generative adversarial networks, the diffusion model, and variational autocode. And these models now allow organizations to automate tasks and improve decision making within a twinkle of an eye. And there has been growth in the area of generative AI from the era of integration into enterprise systems to the area of adoption by financial institutions, to the area of use in healthcare, use in educational sector, and now it is being used in manufacturing. The evolution of AI in cybersecurity also has come over the period. There are phases now. Phase one has to do with signature-based security. In those days, early cybersecurity relied on antivirus signatures, rule-based detections, and static security policies. But this could detect only known threats. In cybersecurity, there are two important zeros that we talk about. Zero number one is what we call the zero-day attack. Zero number two is what we call zero trust. When you talk of zero-day attack, that's why when you are dealing with even using data in this era, is because of zero-day attack. Because when you build your model based on data collected as a result of previous attack, zero-day attacks are attacks that have never happened before. So there is no way it may be difficult for your model to deal with an attack that has not happened before. And that is the importance of zero-day attack. And that's one of the things that has led us to what we call the zero trust. That is, irrespective of privileges you have, irrespective of situation, systems, individuals, when entering into enterprise network or perimeter network, at every point in time, you must be authenticated because of the issue of zero trust. Then, evolution of AI in cybersecurity phase 2. Then we talk of the era of machine learning security, which introduced the era of intrusion detection systems, pattern recognition, anomaly detection. And this allowed the detection of unknown threats, civil security. Now, when you talk of modern security, there is something we call the security and security information and event management, which we deal with in cybersecurity. We call it SEER. Then the endpoint detection and response, and security orchestration, automation, and response, which we call SOA. AI now processes massive volumes of security data and support predictive security. And generative AI now as a security tool, because I said we are going to look at it in three perspectives: as a security tool, as a weapon, and as a target. When you look at generative security as a tool, generative AI now can help us increase security operations, and this can be done by automating complex tasks and enhancing threat detection. You can see it, AI-powered threat detection. AI system can help us to monitor traffic, network traffic. It can help us to monitor user behavior. It can help us to monitor system logs. It can help us to monitor network traffic, like I've mentioned before. And the advantages include having a real-time detection, and also it's going to help us reduce what we call the false positive. For those of us who are in the area of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we know all this. And we are going to have faster response in the area of network traffic. And automated incident response also is another important aspect that generative AI can help us as a tool to handle. Automated alert generation, that is, alert can be generated for attack. Then we can have automated patching, that is, instead of waiting to patch manually, you can now have automated patching. We can have automated incident classification, and with the help of generative AI, we can plan our response effectively. And by doing this automation response time it now reduces from hours to minutes, and we are looking at a situation where it's going to reduce it to even matters of seconds. And we have intelligence system, the CM I mentioned, intelligence system that I mentioned the other time. It can help us analyze logs automatically and prioritize threats, because threats are of various sizes and shapes, and they are of various importance. And it can reduce alert fatigue, because if you are handling an alert manually, then you can, there's what you call alert fatigue in cyber security. With automated system, you can have alert fatigue reduced, and it can help us reduce investigation efficiency. And you can see the same there with data sources, AI processing, machine learning analysis, and core capability, AI, log analysis, real-time pattern detection, and you can anticipate threats before they occur. So when you anticipate threats before they occur, it helps you to plan for it, and you can have automated alert triage. And traditional CM, it has predefined roles, high false positive, but with intelligent CM, you have adaptive learning algorithm, context-based, and the key benefits are compliance automation, audit trade generation, reduced operational overhead, IP protection, data security. Is very cost effective, it reduces alert fatigue, and focus on critical threats because it prioritizes threats and faster response that we have there. Also, it helps us in the area of malware analysis, where you can identify malware patterns, you can detect zero-day attack, you can have what you call reverse engineer malware and classify codes, and you can see it, malware threats, no malware threats, zero-day threats, software. Now when you have AI, it can help us in threat detection, pattern recognition, classification of malware families, real-time response, and real-time zero-day detection, zero-day attack detection. And we are still talking of AI as generative AI as a tool. We also look at AI in red teaming, because in cyber security we have the red team, we have the blue team, we have the purple team. But time will not allow us to be discussing all this today. In red teaming, AI, generative AI can also help us, where you have automated attack simulations, vulnerability discovery, security testing, and social engineering simulations. Now, I will look at generative AI as a tool. You know, as we have it as a tool, we also have it as a weapon. We now also look at generative AI as a weapon in the cybersecurity industry. Generative AI can also be exploited by attackers to conduct sophisticated attacks, because the gun that we have is an ammunition. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad. The same thing with generative AI. Weaponized generative AI. Attackers use AI to create personalized phishing mails, fake messages, fraudulent websites. AI now can mimic writing style and target specific individuals, and this increases attack success rate. Weaponized generative AI. For instance, deepfakes and synthetic media. Deepfake technology can create, now we have in the society, fake videos, it can create fake voices, and even fake identities. And this is a very serious threat to issue of authentication and digital trust. Then AI can generate malware, as it can be used to tackle malware. Generative AI now can generate malware, where we can use it to write malicious codes, modify malware, and even help us to even evade detection, as it can help us to detect. Generative AI can also help us to evade detection. So even low-skill attackers now can produce malware using AI tools. All these are challenges of using AI as a weapon. Generative AI enables large-scale attacks. You know, I spoke about LLMs the other time. Automated vulnerability scanning. Then intelligent exploitation. Now, cybersecurity of cybercrime operation become now very scalable and efficient because of generative AI. And weaponization of AI, attack vectors, you can see it at the middle. AI generated malware, self-evolving, autonomous attack agents, their smart DOS attack, smart DOS attack, that is distributed now service attack. With the help of generative AI now, it's on the increase. We have supply chain attack, which is there using network analysis. AI enhanced ransomware, AI powered espionage. AI enables adaptive, scalable, and invasive attacks today. So, as asset. It's a tool, it's a weapon. And defensive strategies against weaponized AI. Well, different defenses, you have defensive strategies, content authentication, behavioral monitoring, incident response, then human element has to be brought in, and vector assessment, all this, and data protection, all this have to be brought in for us to be able to take care of this in the industry. Then, as it is a tool, it is a weapon. Also, generative AI itself is also a target, as it can be used as a tool in cybersecurity, as it can be used as a weapon in cybersecurity. Generative AI also can also be attacked. That's why we call it a target. And generative AI systems, they also become vulnerable to cyber attacks and security attacks on AI. AI systems face attacks such as the model can be poisoned. We call it model poisoning. The data can be manipulated, which we call data manipulation. And we have what we call adversarial attacks. Attackers can manipulate training data and corrupt AI models. And when you see AI as a target, you can have prompt attacks, injection attacks, injected SQL attack, prompt hacking. You can have jailbreaking, which we have, that can affect our generative AI model. Role playing, bypass safety. You can have adversarial attacks, which have to do with input manipulation and all the rest. You can have infrastructure attack, which have to do with vulnerabilities, API exploit, SSRF. Then you can have data poisoning, training, or Trojan puzzle and all the rest. You can have what's called the MCP exploit, tool poisoning. You can have what you call the backdoor attacks, which is eating triggers, and which is also very dangerous in the era of AI. We can also have what you call privacy attacks on generative AI. What are the privacy attacks? Privacy risks include data leakage, membership inference attack, and training data exposure, which means that sensitive information may be extracted from the models. These are some of the attacks possible on AI. And when you look at it, the privacy attacks on generative AI, you have the AI model training, you have gradient leakage attacks, reconstructing the training data, analyzing the model gradients. You can have real-world deep-seek database. You can have determining training data, shadow model. You can have the GDPR, CCPA violations, and all the rest. And you can have PPI leakage attacks. All these are attacks possible on AI itself. Generative AI system as target. You can also have attacks also may steal AI models by even calling the system repeatedly and constructing the model behavior. What does this do? This will be a threat to the intellectual property. All these are attacks possible on generative AI. All models represent valuable assets. So when you talk of the intellectual property, you can have what you call the model theft using the AI, unauthorized copying, and reverse engineering, just like we have in the society today. Organization needs to protect their AI asset. So, this defending against AI threat. Well, effective defense strategies include both technical and organizational measures. Because in AI, in cybersecurity, just like my young man said the other time, it's not only based on the technology. Human have to be involved. Policy have to be involved. For instance, if anything goes wrong here, in the cybersecurity panel, the first thing they are going to ask you is that when it comes to cybersecurity, the first question they are going to ask you is that where is your cybersecurity policy? If you don't have your cybersecurity policy, you are completely gone. Then when you have your cybersecurity, you are able to produce it. Then they are going to ask you about the issue of compliance. Who is the compliance officer? How are you complying with it? It is when you are satisfied those things that even if they are going to give you punishment, it will be mine. But if you don't have any of those things, you are completely gone. So it's very important that organizations, individuals are involved. It is not only technology. So defending against threats, secure AI development. You must have secure AI development, which include the issue of secure data sets, controlled access must be controlled, model validation, and testing, security must be generated into AI development. That is, security must be part of AI development. In those days, when you develop a software, security is always an afterthought. But today, we talk of secure by design and secure by deployment. Defending against AI threat, AI system protection. Organizations must protect their training data. They must protect their model parameters, and the AI pipelines must be protected. The same thing with the inference system. Monitoring your AI behavior is very, very important. And what are the adversarial defense techniques? Adversarial example generation, FGMS, PGD, defense destinations, there must be smooth matrix, marked gradients. The assembly method, you must have diverse vulnerabilities and dynamic weighting. AI system, adversarial training, the STEAM model, all these are very, very important, and I've given the key concept, the adversarial example, the defense distillation, the assembly model, the graded masking that we must incorporate into our system for us to be secure. And you must have what we call the secure AI practices. And what are the best practices? The best practices include encryption, which has to do with cryptography, then access control, then there must be what we call the continuous monitoring, and you must have what we call regular audit. Security must be proactive, not afterthoughts. It must be proactive. Then there must be issue of ethical and regulatory issues. AI security involves ethical concern and regulatory requirement, and this must be built into the system. When you talk about the ethical issues, key concerns must be established, which has to do with bias, transparency, accountability, privacy. AI must be used responsibly. I was discussing something with my chancellor some time ago. I said, we have GST courses in our tertiary institutions today, universities, use of English, philosophy, and all the rest. There are two courses who have to be included in this generation. Number one, ethical use of AI. Number two, cybersecurity awareness. If you want to move forward in this generation, there are very, very important GST courses that have to be introduced. Because there's nothing you can do about it. AI has come to stay. Challenge of cybersecurity is with us. But how do we make sure we use AI responsibly, both among staff and students and practitioners? This is very important. The issue of governance is also very important. Organizations need AI policies. Do we have AI policy? Institutions now are building AI policies. You know, I know the federal government, through the NUC, set up a committee the other time that there must be AI policies across universities. Across universities now, in Nigeria, every university is expected to also have a data protection officer. Things are coming anew that we must key into it, otherwise we are gone. Organizations need AI policies, they need compliance frameworks, just like I've said, and they need risk assessment from time to time, which has to do with governance. Governance ensures safe AI deployment. Now, as I begin to wind down, what is the future trends in generative AI security? Generative AI security will continue to evolve with emerging technologies. I'm sure we have heard about quantum computing before. Quantum computing has brought a new challenge. When you talk of quantum computing, I remember, I don't know how many of us have seen it. We have a picture on the internet of 5 meg. That 5 meg was like a deep freezer. How many of us have seen it before? 5 meg in the olden days was like a deep freezer. Oh, you have not seen it. Search the net, you will see 5 meg. But today, you are carrying 1 terabyte inside your pocket. You are carrying 1 terabyte inside your pocket. But in the olden days, 5 meg is like a deep freezer. What is it? The meaning is that the physical size of the system is reducing while the memory size is increasing. That means in our generation, coming very soon, which is already in the laboratory, is that computer will no more obey the classical laws of zeros and one. It will now obey what we call the quantum laws, and that comes under quantum computing. So quantum computing will now bring new challenges, because with quantum computing, the cryptographic algorithms that we use to protect our data that we use, which is based on inability of our system to factor large numbers, will no more work. And that has brought new challenges, which is in the area of cryptography, which is what we call quantum cryptography. So quantum computing will break cryptographic system, improve AI processing, which will now bring new security challenges. So new security systems will be needed. And one of the new security systems already put in place is the idea of either quantum cryptography or post-quantum cryptography that we have today in the cybersecurity industry. Then if we need, moving forward, we need human collaboration, just like it has been said by the young men that came to present the other time. AI will augment human analysis rather than replace them. Well, we believe AI will take job very correct, but let me tell you, AI can never replace humans. It will rather collaborate humans. The only thing is that you have to move with the trend, otherwise you will be left behind. Human judgment remains very, very essential. They are incontrovertible. Human judgment will remain relevant forever. And that is why there is collaboration between AI and human judgment. And there is something we call the agentic AI, which will make autonomous decisions, execute tasks independently. Then this will bring about increase in security risk. So we have to prepare for all this. And just like I said, we have the triangular model. As I begin to wind down, number one, the tool. Generative AI is the tool. AI strengthens security through detection, monitoring, and automation. As a weapon, AI enables vision, malware, and deepfake. And as a target, AI system will be attacked through model poisoning, extraction, and manipulation. Which means the framework provides a comprehensive understanding of AI. What are the key conclusions? Generative AI is transforming cybersecurity. AI improves threat detection and automation. AI enables more advanced cyber attacks. AI system itself will require protection. Security must evolve with AI technology. Human and AI collaboration will always remain very, very essential. Governance and regulations will remain necessary because they superintend over all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Prof. That was a lot. He mentioned so many things there that the policy document for AI and cybersecurity is very important. And like you also mentioned, AI has come to stay. AI has come to stay. And I remember that Prof mentioned some important things as well, out of which we have that GNS, that's our GES here, should actually entail ethical use of AI, because AI is a tool for both lecturers and students, and it should be used appropriately, the ethical use of AI. Meanwhile, I think I could remember Retridol and now working on some things on AI in terms of age range and all that, from policy documents as to what age should use AI. Also, cybersecurity awareness is actually very important. Okay, that being said, we're moving fast to the next thing, and that's we're going into questions and answers. I don't know if we have members of the audience, students, lecturers, and our guests that have questions, want to ask questions. I know our presenters, both the conference lecturer as well as the keynote speaker, actually they are prepared. You could hear from their delivery that they are prepared and they know what they are saying. They are people of substance. I would have actually said just timber and caliber, but we've left the time of timber. We are now in the age of AI, so they are men of substance. So do we have questions? We can't all just understand like that. I'm sure you have gray areas, things you want to ask. Okay, in the absence of any from there. Okay, my LC chairman asks question. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, the conference lecturer and our erudite professor of international repute, the keynote speaker. While the keynote speaker was making his speech, he mentioned about jailbreaking AI. And that word, I got attracted to that word. It is a very captivating word. Please, can you shed more light on that term, jailbreaking AI attack? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other person? Any other person? Let's actually ask questions. It would be nice that after the lecture you're not coming behind and saying, please, how do we ask this? How do we ask that? Let's ask. Every question is actually relevant. Before I give the floor to the keynote speaker to actually answer or address our questions. Okay, I have one hand there. Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Timir, and here's a question. Now, while speaking, you did say something that caught my attention. You said that AI isn't here to replace humans, it's here to help them. Did you hear me? You said AI isn't here to replace humans, it's here to help them. But how will you justify the 234,000 tech jobs that was cut globally in big tech from AI-driven restructurings like automation? Because these things, and personally, I was able to feel good about them, and this saying gives me hope. So I wonder how we justify this with what's happening practically in big tech. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Any other question? Any other question? Just put up your hands so you can ask your questions. Okay, I have one other hand here. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Adenia Abami. My question is for the first speaker. You said something about you need to learn programming to go into AI. But my question is this: is it not like a baseline for like the skills you have to have, like the programming language you have to know to get into AI? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other question? Oh, okay, Prof. Thank you, Prof. Now we are going to the other questions.
Thank you very much, Professor Alishe. And to everyone here, it's a pleasure being here. Now, my concern about AI and learning process. You realize that when we all went to school, we were taught most of these things based on first principles. But now, in this modern age of AI, you are in the lecture hall. The students they're doing something else. Because they believe that at the end of the day, they will contact AI and it simply will give them everything. They are not interested in learning based on first principles. So in the situation that we are now, how can we use AI and merge it with learning based on first principles so that students can actually get in-depth knowledge of what we're talking about? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. I still have one hand here. Okay.
My question is also relating to what Professor said. Is AI not making us over-dependent on it? Is it not reducing our problem-solving skills? Is it not making us impatient and we are not calm to learn difficult things? Is it not decreasing our attention span? It's making it shorter. We are not the same as we used to be. We are not thinking critically like we used to, especially all students now. So that's my question.
Thank you so much. I'll entertain two other questions. Thank you very much. This should not escape me. It is an opportunity to throw this up. I want to know, most people work from home because of the privilege of the internet. But we have organizations, I don't want to name them, they run a lot of physical meetings. If they want to have a meeting, they say all the staff, all the members of the organization must be present. It has to be physical, maybe for the sake of privacy or something. Now the question is there a policy to compel people to do conference meetings, online meetings? At least technology is supposed to reduce physical efforts. Thank you. So, I think lastly,
thank you. I learned that AI is an antichrist agent working to achieve the end goal fastly. Please elaborate on this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. It would be nice I don't have my own question. Mine, because we are lecturers, so I will talk from research points. Research has shown that children that are not technology dependent succeed in life better compared to children that are technology dependent. If you go back in time, you see that those that really made it were not technology dependent. Now, those that are technology dependent don't have a higher success as much as that. So, what will now happen in the age of AI? Will people really excel that much? That's my question. I think the floor is now for the key speaker, then we have, next we'll take the questions for the conference lecturer. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all these. Many of these questions, the answers are obvious. We just want to know. In fact, those asking the question themselves know. But let me handle the issue of jailbreak attack. You know, in AI, there's something we call building the model, the safety procedure. The jailbreak attack means a type of attack will make you bypass the safety procedure and will still get in, just like when you have your fence. Are you getting my point? And you have an attack that will make you bypass the safety procedure that is put in place to still suffer attack. That's what we call the jailbreak attack in AI. Then concerning the issue of replacement of human, that my Ogadia said, when you talk of replacing human, we are not saying jobs will not be taken. But AI itself cannot stand up its own. It is human beings that even building the AI models. I don't know whether you are getting my point. So it is human beings that are building AI models. And that is why I said something. And one of the things we need to know today is that it's just like, irrespective of your type of soup, irrespective of your culture, except you are sick, you put a little bit of salt. That is why, irrespective of your course of study, your discipline, I always tell people, have a knowledge, no matter how small, of AI and cyber security. Otherwise, you will be thrown off market. I don't know whether I get my point. So you move with the trend. You must have a knowledge of AI. How you are going to use it to enhance your own skill in your field. Once you know how to use it to enhance your own skill in your field, you can't be thrown out from the field. But if you stay in the era of Mongo-Pack knowledge, it will definitely replace you. I don't know whether I get my point, sir. That addresses that. AI and human, the same thing. AI making us redundant. No. Look at your students. I spoke about ethics of using AI. When they make presentation, some will copy direct AI. They will come and present to you. Immediately you see it, you will burst into laughter. But there's other people that will use AI, but
they will use it intelligently, do a lot of, they just use it as a tool, as an input. They will be able to expand it, it will expose them to what they don't know, and by the time they make their presentation, you will say, wow, where did you get this knowledge? That is the difference between making AI making you as learner. If you are the type that will just copy this and that, at the end of the day, you will be redundant and you will not be useful and you will fail. But if you are the one that can make use of AI productively, following the ethics of AI, it will always, all the time, enhance your work and capability. And AI is, it's the same question. AI that is making us over dependent. Well, let me tell you. Either you cannot sit down in my corner at Akure or sit down in our corner at Ota and say AI is making us over dependent and will not go with the trend. Then you are cut off from the rest of the world. Ideal and reality. You want to tax your brain. You want to differentiate from the first principle. Let me tell you today, if you open to Gemini, you know it's an AI tool. If you put any mathematical equation there, it will solve it for you. Are you getting my point? Now, if you are the lazy type, you put it there, they give you assignment. It solves it for you. You go and submit. That assignment is coming out in the exam. Instead of you to learn the facts, how has he solved it? Learn it, understand it. It's just like when the teacher is teaching you. That's the function of the Gemini. He has taught you how to solve it, the steps. And you can even extend it to solving other problems. But you just say, oh, and by the time it comes out in the exam, you are just looking like glucose. Are you getting my point? So there are ways you can make use of AI intelligently and responsibly that will help your work. It's not for you. Yes, you can depend, not over depend, but you can depend on it to aid your work. And when you use it responsibly, you know how to, it will always help you even to be ahead of your mates, ahead of your peers. But to tell you, you will not use AI. I want to stay in my corner. AI is this thing. I will tell you, you will not be able to move with the rest of the world. You will be cut off. That is the reality today. It's either you take it or you leave it. And that man, where is he? That question is, you should have asked that one from a priest. He said, AI is an antichrist agent. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Do you know one thing? AI is even also helping, if either, I don't know which religion you believe, you belong, helping to even promote religion. Let me give you an example. The last time, the last pope, when he died, you remember the pope? When he died, recently, about a few months ago, you will see some AI-enabled videos and pictures will show you his place in heaven, the angel, the way it's converging with other popes and all the rest. Even you would like to be in heaven. Is that not correct? That is the desire of AI now. It's promoting the gospel in a way. So, don't help us when you talk of technology. This thing has been on a long time. Even from the day of ordinary television. Agent of the devil, better get that off your mind. Any tool available to you can be used for good, it can be used for bad. Choose which one you want to use it for. And the moderator said, Excel, I mean, what does he, that can he make us Excel? I think he was asking the question like that. He can, yes, definitely. Let me tell you, sir. You cannot use AI today. You will not be able to be at your par with the rest of the world. Better learn how to use it, how to develop AI models, and how to use AI responsibly. Underline the word responsibly. Thank you. Let me drop the mic.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. First of all, let me just chip in something on the last question from the man in the audience that was talking about Antichrist. It's very funny, and I think it's a scary concept to religious folks, you know, and it's emanated from a concept in artificial intelligence called singularity. You can read about it. Singularity is a concept that it was extracted from a fiction. It was extracted from a fiction that at a point in time, technology will get to a point where it becomes singular, which means humans will be interfaced with machines. And that was where it came into being, that people started looking at it that, oh, which technology can interface humans with machines is artificial intelligence. And that is the conclusion that was drawn from that concept, that artificial intelligence is the technology that will bring about the Antichrist. But my friend, so sorry about that. It's just a fiction, although it's something that will lead to a research, that led to a research called transhumanism. You can read about this concept. So those are the fears. By the time you read all these things, you will be clear that AI will not bring about and the Antichrist. AI is a technology that will help you. Don't be scared about using AI. I could remember those days. I have an uncle who refused to use an internet-enabled mobile phone. He said, no, this phone, there's internet in it, so I don't think it's meant for religious people like us. But the time came when he needed to do internet banking. He saw that people have left him behind. He had to install internet banking applications. So I don't want you to be in that category of people who refuse to use artificial intelligence because you are scared. Thank you very much. Then to the young man there, you talked about the baseline, right, or the foundation for you to learn artificial intelligence without having programming language knowledge, right? That's what you're talking about. Good. You see, look at AI in this form. Artificial intelligence is like any technology you need to learn, just like learning how to drive. There are people who want to learn how to drive, and they will prefer learning how to drive the manual cars before driving the automatic cars. But how many people are actually doing that? There are automated tools for writing codes. All you need to go into the field of artificial intelligence is basic knowledge of programming language. You don't need to be an expert. Do you get that? All you need, understand lists, tuples, dictionaries, your functions, your libraries, and that is all you need to know. Just the introductory part. And that gave rise to the field called prompt engineering. With prompt engineering, you can write any code, you can understand any code, you can ask your LLM to explain the codes that have been written, and they will be clearly explained to you. I don't know if I'm making sense. So that is it.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, sir. So, before we move to the presentation of our awards, we just want to take 1 minute to actually get the goodwill message from Prof. Rajesh. She's back online now. So the media team should please help us project Prof. Rajesh to give his goodwill message. Thank you. Thank you so much. Prof. Rajesh, you have the floor now. Thank you so much. Oh,
Professor, am I audible?
Yes, I can proceed.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. So, first of all, I just extend my warm greetings and happy wishes to all the participants on behalf of our organizers. And so it's like another thing is I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience or technical errors from our side. And I think it's like a great collaboration from South Africa with India. So we can say it's like a continental based collaboration, so Asia and Africa continents. So it's like a great honor for us also. Because this particular internet conference in collaboration with our SRM University, Best University, was made possible by our Professor Benny. So here I will extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Daniel for bringing such innovative conference by the way of collaborating with India and Africa. I'm getting a little bit poor connection, so I'm just closing the videos. I'm just moving forward. Here, this is the right collaborative conference, I can say, because now the world is moving towards artificial intelligence. So this conference was framed and structured in a right manner so that it can bring all the researchers and innovators and even the scientists working with respect to any domain and with AI linkage. Right. So the world now is like without AI, there is no future. And if there is very clear statement, so any industry, they can't survive without artificial intelligence. And the thing is like how best we are using this artificial intelligence for the constructive purpose is leaving with a big question mark. So that's the reason. So we came up with the idea such a way that the generative AI is supposed to be supervised as well as controlled with the human brains. So if there is no AI, it will be a difficult for us. So here, even the conference, he has framed very innovatively as well as very carefully. So he just started with the intelligence system with responsible AI. So that itself, it is very good catchy things. So here I first of all thank our Professor Daniel for framing such a beautiful conference title for this wonderful conference. So we, especially, we started bringing this conference since 2025. Right, so for the last 1 year, we worked hard and even we tried to bring a lot more collaboratives in terms of journal publications. But still, we are working on it and we are doing our level best. As because it is our first collaboration, we will just level best. So what I suggest in our future collaborations, so definitely I can able to bring a lot more journal partners, especially from Stranger or Elsevier. So in that way, definitely we can make our conference even very big grand success beyond our expectations. So that is how. So why I wanted to insist on this journal partnership means, so any presenter at the end, they just wanted to share their idea in a global platform. So global platform is only comes as a handy or comes as a like evident whenever we go with the assured as well as like some renowned publishers. So renowned publishers like Springer publishers or even Elsevier, whenever they publish our conference outcomes, then definitely the presenters will also get a merit, as well as the conference organizers will get a great merit, so that their ideologies were shared among all the countries throughout the global with a single platform. Right. So here, this conference, I believe, all the participants have a wonderful chance to exchange their ideas with respect to their domains. The panel sessions are running in India, so here also we just brought people, especially some working in different domains like computer science, electrical, and even mechanical engineering. But the only connecting point is how best they are used with respect to their present work. So in that way, here the participants are having their sessions and they are sharing their things, and we are doing all the things very well, and we hope. So once the participants presented all their outcomes, all their innovative or whatever the research-oriented outcomes, then what we will do, like we will collaborate all the things and we will publish it in our Scopus Index journals. So our Professor Denny is taking care of that part, so I'm not going more about it. But what I can assure you in this time now is like this is a very good initiative, and next time even we wish to bring it in a very grand level, so that definitely we will bring very good journal partners, so that all the participants will feel happy with their presentations as well as their contributions. Right. So here with this remarks, I once again welcome all the participants, and I'm just conveying my heartfelt congratulations to all for making this event in a grand success. So here I'm just winding up my session. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to exchange my ideas with the fellow teams. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ramesh. Thank you so much, Ford. So that was a very good one. Like he said, the world is fast moving into AI, and we said earlier on that AI has come to stay. There is no something shaking it. Nothing is shaking it. So moving to the next thing, which is presentation of award. And that will be done by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Delft University of Technology, ably assisted also by the University Librarian. The presentation of award to the conference lecturer, as well as we will also have award given to the keynote speaker. So we have a keynote speaker coming out to collect his award. Professor Boniface Alishi.
Professor Alishi, this is a plaque given to you today from SAM Institute of Science and Technology, India, and Bells University of Technology. In fact, This conference is between Bells University of Technology and SAM Institute of Science and Technology, India. And this award is being presented to you in recognition of your keynote address that you have delivered today at this international conference on intelligence system and responsible artificial intelligence being organized today. So this is for you. Congratulations.
A round of applause for Prof.
This certificate is also being presented to you, sir.
Yes, the certificates as well, given to Prof. Alishin, the keynote speaker for this conference.
No, there's one thing about us. One thing about us in our university is that when you come, we always want you to look back and remember that you were here. So because of that, and because we are very hospitable people, so we have this tradition of presenting presenting something else from the university. So we are presenting this back with lots of beautiful things inside to you.
A round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I know Prof will not forget this will be at the International Conference on Intelligence Systems.
Engineer Innocent Mukulu, please. Engineer Innocent Mukulu, this is presented to you in recognition of today, in recognizing you today for the lecture that you delivered in this conference that we are attending now. Thank you.
A round of applause for Engineer Mukulu.
University.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. The keynote speaker as well as the conference lecturer. Thank you for that. I'm sure right now, added to their title, we have Professor A.I. Kayode Alishin now, because we just got the certificate, as well as Engineer A.I. Mokolo. That's what we have now. So we want to move to the vote of thanks, which will be given by our very own Dr. Abodori. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. As we all know that everything that has a beginning has an end, we have gradually come to the end of this session. We thank everyone, starting from the management, ably led by the Vice Chancellor, in absentia represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Arisa. Thank you for coming and for the support. The librarian, our own mother, like the MC put it. Thank you for the support. The guest lecturers, the keynote speaker, Professor Boniface and Mr. Innocent, Dr. AI, if I may call it that way. Thank you for coming. Everyone, the professors present, our staff member, Our students, please clap for yourself. The attendance is awesome. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. And importantly, our audience online, our participants online, we recognize your presence. Thank you for coming. To the LOC, starting from the chairman himself, thank you for organizing this, and every member of the LOC. Oh, MC, I will not forget that. MC, thank you for the wonderful organization of this and the eloquency. Thank you all. More best for the bells. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please a round of applause for Dr. Abodunrin as he goes to say. Thank you so much. So we're gradually coming to a pause. It's not a close completely because the program is still ongoing. We're going to have breakout session. We're going to go for a tea break immediately after we finish the program here. This is the opening ceremony. So we'll have the breakout session after the tea break, and both the online as well as the physical side. So we're going to closing prayer, and that will be taken by Engineer Adedayo Elibede. Is Engineer Elibede here presently? Okay, since she's not presently here, I'm sure it should work. So, okay, so let me take the closing prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you, we give in Jesus' name. Lord, we thank you for this program that we started peacefully. We pray, Lord, that you guide us all through in Jesus' name. The knowledge, wisdom that we've seen from this program, help us to use it impactfully in our various areas of life in Jesus' name. Thank you, our Heavenly Father, for in Jesus' blessed name we've prayed. Amen, 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 in Jesus' name. So now we're going to take the university anthem. Thereafter, we'll take the national anthem. Please note that after taking the anthem, let the item actually process out before we all walk out of the hall. So, university anthem and national anthem. Thank you, media.